Hey, I'm Georgia Lyons, and this is Intros. Today on the show, I have the wonderful Jazmine Mary joining me. Hello.
Hello.
So the first time you and I met, we both were playing Going Global.
Oh, yes.
That was the first time I saw you play. You saw me play. You saw my hair being brushed.
You got your hair brushed. It was very impressive.
Loved your set. Love what you do. Have been
Thank
thrashing your album at home while I've been cooking dinner this past week. Have been loving it. For those people that may not have heard of you before, can you give us a little spiel? Who is Jazmine Mary?
Sure. I wouldn't describe myself at all, but if you were to describe me, I think people would say that I play maybe dream folk music. I think people would say it's quite sad, and I think they would say it's really, really good.
I like that. Why are you giggling at that? I love that. Can you tell me a little bit about your journey? When did you first discover music?
There was a music store that opened up. I'm from a small town in Australia, and a music store opened up like 2 towns over, and I used to go hang out in there and ask the guy for a job, and he was like, no.
Right.
And then he gave me a job and he paid me $10 an hour, and I went in there and I could play maybe 2 chords on the guitar. And he said, do you want to start teaching guitar? And I said that I couldn't play, and he said, just stay 2 pages ahead. And he gave me a job. Brilliant. And I had 15 students. Brilliant. And that's how I learned how to play the guitar.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just 2 pages ahead.
Just 2 pages ahead. But that's how I started playing guitar. And
awesome.
then I don't really know how. It's hard to remember. I'm sure I could give you 6 different versions of this story.
Great.
I'm a liar.
From what I see and have heard, you also produce.
I think I wanted to learn how to produce my own music because I got quite. Now this may shock you, but I got quite sick of only being around men in that setting, and so I wanted to. Yeah, I just wanted to understand how to do that myself and empower myself. And then once I learned how to do that, I wanted to do that with other people.
So in terms of the New Zealand music industry, navigating that as an independent artist, navigating things like funding?
I think I would approach doing any music and art first as like joy and love and that, and then think about that stuff after, first and foremost, or I'm just going to be really, really unhappy and really unpleasant to be around. I'm not even convinced I'm that pleasant now. So that if you're going to be independent, I think having a community, because that's how it works, right? And I'm sure you've had that experience as well. Like my band are really, really wonderful, and other independent artists, and we all talk to each other and share ridiculous stories and tips on how to navigate that space. Yeah, and people that you can trust. Yeah, and just really staying integral to what you want to do, I suppose. That's important to me.
For sure.
Or quit. Yeah.
I mean, if you're not, this is something I keep coming back to. If I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, what's the point?
Exactly.
And if I'm not enjoying a certain part of the journey, what do I need to do to change that so that therefore in 10 years' time I've got a sustainable career and I'm not a punishing person to be around, or I'm not constantly just like, oh, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing.
Yeah, but it's really, really easy to forget, especially when you say big fish words like industry or, I don't know. It's a really complicated thing to mix something really, really capitalist with something really, really beautiful and so heart-based that can get really confusing about what you want and what you want to do.
What is for you, or what has been maybe the biggest challenge or a challenge being an independent artist?
I think the challenges come from different things. I think I struggle with some of the ways people are in the world, and that comes across to music industry and stuff, but I think being independent means that the loudest voice around me is my own, so that's useful, or people that I really care about. So, yeah, I don't know if being an independent artist does challenge me maybe in the way that some of my peers get challenged by not being independent. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Songwriting. Do you remember the first song you wrote?
Ooh, yeah. It was awful.
Do you remember how it went?
I'm not going to do that.
Not going to go with it.
I remember that I had a very, very thick American accent when I first wrote songs for someone that was Australian.
Do you have a consistent songwriting process?
Not a consistent one. Well, I don't often intentionally sit down to write a song. Oh no, that's not true. See, I just lied again. So you just say things, don't you? And you're like, is that even how I feel? I've never sat down to write a song. Bullshit. I do that all the time. I'll stop being a liar. Sometimes when I sit down to write music, it is a very easy, strange, emotional experience, and I will play the music on the piano or the guitar and it will all come out all at once. Lyrics, melody, everything, fully formed.
Amazing.
And I'll press record and listen back and go, whoa. It's like a blackout, weird, maybe demonic thing.
Just happens.
Yes, it just happens. And that sounds
A birth.
completely untrue. It is like a birth, and that just happens, and that's great and exhausting and strange, and really cool when that happens. But that's obviously not all the time. I'm not going to pretend I just sit down like blah, and then I have an album. And then other times, I'll start with the music and build up from there.
Yeah,
or
cool.
words. I'm a big fan of words.
Awesome.
I write a lot every day. So sometimes taking something that means something to me from words, or some kind of absurdity in the world that I need to get a feeling out so I don't kill somebody that I love. Anything to help.
The cool thing about this is obviously getting to have conversations, meeting people, introducing new artists to the Intros audience. Is there an artist for you that you would love to share with us?
So Babe Martin is a new artist based in Auckland.
Cool.
I've been producing some songs for her, which will be out maybe in the next few months. And
Rad.
she's just played like a few of her first shows, and she's wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah, really vocally beautiful and a little bit like weirdly nostalgic. Yeah,
Amazing.
It's good.
I can't wait to check her out.
I think you'll really like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
You've been around in the industry a little while. You've recorded a couple of albums. You're working on a new one. You've had to figure a lot of stuff out. Can you offer any advice for up-and-coming non-male artists navigating their way in this male-dominated industry?
I think making connections with other women and non-male musicians and spaces that do things like that. Like there's a really amazing community at To The Front.
Right.
So that's a great way to meet other musicians and be in a space where I suppose you're empowered, just talking to each other. And I think not allowing people in the industry that are men to make you feel like you're being difficult for asking for what you want and what you need, for standing up for yourself. Like those things are all really simple and realistic. You don't need to say please and thank you all the time. You can be kind without feeling like someone's doing you a favour for letting you just do the thing that you do and you do well. And also remembering that the music industry is built around musicians, and without you, there is no industry. So these people do not have jobs if you are not around. Like that's the way that works. So you are the person in the situation with the power. And of course that means you still need to be kind, but acknowledging that I think is really, really important to how that works. Yeah, and just talk to each other. And if things that go wrong or things that happen you think aren't right, ask someone else, I think. Yeah.
I love that. So today you are performing Move Me.
Yes, it is a song off The Licking of a Tangerine.
Great name for an album.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what the song's about?
No.
Great.
I find it very, very hard to talk about what a song is about.
Okay.
I think to do that would be quite reductive. I am always figuring out what these things mean to me and what it's like writing little coding to my future self or something, like little premonitions, So I think I'm figuring that out, and if I tried to explain it, it would take away some of the, I don't know.
I like that.
That from myself or something.
Well, I'm excited to hear you play it. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
We're now calling this a show. We're calling it a show. I used to make shows as a kid all the time. I'd be like, when your friends come over.
You're living your dream.
I am. I'm living my dream. High five.
I wanna be appealing. I wanna be like pop music. I wanna fight this feeling. walking through the dark on my way to the stars. And then I lost my body on my way to the party. And then I lost my voice when I was talking like the boys. Blame, shame. I wanna be like pop music. I wanna be appealing. I wanna be like pop music. I wanna fight this. I wanna fight this feeling. I wanna fight this. They say that daisies remind you of innocence. They say that daisies remind you of. They say that daisies remind you of innocence. And I'm gonna be a star. And I'm gonna float so far. And I'm gonna be a star. And I'm gonna float so far.